Guys, welcome back to the next video. Today I want to talk about the manifestation of the life that you want to have and how you manifest it right to put it into reality. So over the period of the last 2 years, I'd say, so the last 2 years I tried to figure out the right way to success. So say if you have an idea and if you first start to really go for that success in life, you really try to get more out of life, you think how to get rich and you see all these opportunities, all these different business models, all these things, and it just may seem overwhelming to you because you're like your current stage, you're like in school, you don't know shit about business, you don't know nothing, you don't have experience, you really have no fucking plan. But then you start something, you start content making, you start making videos, dropshipping, whatever, trading, for example, as I'm doing that. And as I started it, you just go for that. You're going for that, you're learning it, and you want to have success in life. And on that path, you're gonna have experiences with some new principles of success, so there's like you can imagine just an iceberg, just the principle of an iceberg, and the peak of it is like all that discipline, having motivation, having the drive to want more, be disciplined, stay consistent. That's all on the surface, right? It's all on the surface. So having discipline is pretty simple. So it's a pretty simple concept, right? Anybody can understand it. But then you try to implement it in your life, and then you see how it changes, how you feel. Then you recognize that not every day you feel like you want to do things. All these emotions are coming up. Resistance comes up because before you were just flowing in a state of unconsciousness, ignorance. You wouldn't know that success in life exists, and you were just in school following that average path of life. And now you want to break out of it. So obviously there's going to be resistance from your parents, from some outer circumstances, from your environment. So all these things are going to be obstacles in your way that you got to overcome. And the way you're going to overcome them is by collecting and analyzing new principles of success. Manifestations come into play, law of attractions comes into play, and I'm right now at the stage where it is so deep that you gotta be in the moment and live the life in the moment you are right now. Live it as you would already have the things that you would have, that you want to have, the success, the money. And it took me quite some time to understand it, because at first I was like, how does it even work? Like, what do you mean live in the moment? I don't even have these things. It's not my reality. And that's when you start to act from a point of lack, You're lacking wisdom, you're lacking knowledge, you're lacking skills, you're lacking money, you're lacking success, and you're reaching for it. And your mind is believing right now in the moment. You have the beliefs and your subconscious programming of a person that is not successful yet and that has to overcome certain resistances to become rich or to become successful, whatever. But if you flip it, if you sit yourself down, if you really think about the things a successful, a wealthy, a healthy, powerful person would do during his day, and you're gonna be precise with it. You gotta be really precise with it. What would he think? So for doing that, it's not enough for you to just sit down and just write these things down. You gotta be analyzing every day of your life. How are you living? So what I mean by that, you start a day off some conversation with your parents starting, or you start a conversation with a friend, something just happening from your all-day life, day-to-day life on a day-to-day basis, and you start analyzing how are you thinking and how is a rich person thinking. How would he approach it? Would he spend time on that? Would he worry about it? Is it something that he'd consider worrying about? Think of it, write it down. What would he do instead? So collecting all these instruments will help you to get productive and to not overthink every fucking day. Because if you're acting from a position of lack, and I'm telling you this because I experienced it. If you're working towards your goals, you're doing the work, and you still feel that it's not enough, because every fucking hour you're gonna think, oh my god, what, how am I gonna achieve it? Worry, tomorrow school, some schoolwork, oh no, I'm gonna upset my parents. All these things are just gonna come up to you, and they're gonna fuck your head every day. And what it does, it really just puts you back every time. Every time it puts you a step back. So when somebody would say, yeah, but if a person is disciplined and persistent enough and consistent enough and so fucking aggressive and obsessed with the goal, like some David Goggins stuff, type of motivation, I'd say it's true. And you should have this type of obsession and this type of aggression in you, that you want to attack life. This person will achieve his goals. That's absolutely fucking right. That's completely right. But the time and the effort it takes is another question. It may take longer. And it takes longer because every time you're gonna overthink. You're gonna do stuff, you're gonna do the work, you're gonna hate it, but you're still gonna do it. You're gonna be completely exhausted, and you'd be overthinking because some things might not, this thing might not work out. The other thing is not working. You're thinking, fuck, what is happening? How will I be rich ever? How am I supposed to do that? And then you start to flip the switch. Then you relax completely. You set your schedule for the day, for the week, for the month. You get a feedback every day, what you did well, what you didn't do well, what can you improve on. You don't compare yourself to other people. You don't compare yourself to other success stories. You just go over your life and live in the moment right now. So if you're showering right now, you shower. You don't think negatively. You shower as a person who's rich. When you go to eating, you eat without worry. You are eating right now. All that overthinking will just cause you to be more worrying in the future, and it's not productive. It's not productive. Just understand it. Because if you're doing a thing right now, the overthinking that you do by, like, simply by doing that, it's not worth it, because you're simply overstressing it. It's not productive. It's not gonna take you far in life. It's just gonna reset your mind and push you back, because you're not operating from a rich identity, from a rich, successful, wealthy identity. Just bear that in mind, and analyze it. And of course, you gotta develop a skill to get rich. You gotta develop some sort of resistance, some sort of resilience, you know. But what is more important, and where the real work is happening, is inside your mind, because you need that experience and you need that internal dialogue within your head. You need that doubt. You need to doubt yourself. You need to go through that and overcome it. And to have find a solution for yourself, how you can create a framework in your head, how to simplify it, and just switch it off. Just switch the negatives off, switch the influences off, because there are no influences. You create your own reality. You perceive something, and the way you perceive it is the way it is happening in reality to you. Just understand it. Just work through that. Work through it, and it takes time. It takes time. You're not gonna get results tomorrow, but if you persist with the work, with your internal dialogue, you will get there automatically, because your mind is working on a solution. Guys, I hope you could take some valuable input from that, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna try to post more consistently and just show up more.